Good morning. So I'm just popping on real quick today just to show you a few of my favorite posture exercises. My focus in my online studio and in my live classes have been just kind of adding in some posture work, which is great for anybody at any time, but particularly in the busy season that we're in right now. So if you can just find a little space, you might be seated during this is fine too. Start to roll those shoulders back. It just feels so good to start releasing some tension and getting right to it, right? So we're just looking to open the chest. You have a core connection here. And just relax and open up that chest. Good. And then release the arms down, and we're going to bring the head side to side. So I'm going to show you a few different exercises. And if you're standing, you can do these. There are some on the mat. So if you have ever time to do them on the mat, you can watch this anytime. Put those in. You might notice one side is a little tighter than the other as you're taking that neck side to side or that head side to side. So just don't force anything. Try to press your shoulders down. Good. All right. We're just going to bring the arms up in front, out, in and down. So this is another really good one. Just kind of opening up that chest. Again, you have that slight core connection. Good. Inhale and exhale. It's so important to just breathe nice, big, deep breaths in and out. Good if you have a little break in your day to do this. Good. Nice. And then we're just going to do single arm circles. So if this is too long a lever, you can just kind of roll the shoulder back. Good. You can open up the feet a little more. Knees are slightly bent. We don't want to lock out any joints along the way. And hopefully your shoulders and postural muscles in the upper back are feeling better already. Good for the mind too. A little relaxation during your day. Good. Last one. And then we're going to get some side lateral flexions. We're just going to go up and over and up and over. If your hand comes in front of your head, that's fine too. Just keep going with it. Try to get your arm up and over. I like a little bit more of a knee bend here and a little pelvic tilt and just a nice core connection there. Good. Good. Nice big deep breaths. Last one. Good. And we're going to go into my favorite, which is cat and cow. We're going to bring our fingertips to our shoulders and we're going to round and open. So the reason I have the fingertips on the shoulders, it's a little bit nicer of a feel. You don't feel like you're pulling on your head if you have your hands at your head. Just a slight touch to the top of the shoulder. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not bringing my elbows together. And then if it feels good, bring those arms out and bring the back of the hands together and open. So this really opens up things very quickly in a short amount of time, opening up the chest into that extension. And we're going to hold that chest expansion. We're going to bring the hands behind, knuckles down, opening. This is a tough one sometimes. Sometimes we're here. No matter where you are, just do your best here. And then push. So it's a little bit deeper cat and cow. So rounding and extending the spine. So you might feel this can be challenging to open, and this might feel better for you. Just make sure you're not tight in the neck and shoulder area. So bring those arms down instead of being up here. We want to release tension here. We don't want to make anything worse. And last one. And bring the arms all the way up. Good. Then we're going to go to my favorite, which is wide to narrow. So we're going to pull, almost like a little lat pull. And if you want, you can come up on the toes and then into a little squat, just to get the legs moving a little bit. Doesn't have to be a big squat. And if you don't want to do the squat, just do the heel lift. Good. Lift and pull. So without the legs, I'm just doing a lat pull. We do this in a prone position. I'll show that in a little bit, but I like to show it here for those of us who want to do this standing or seated. Good. Last one. Good. And shake everything out. Nice. All right, we're going to roll down to the, or come down to the mat. If you want to join me, I'm going to roll and then come into downward facing dog. But if you want to just meet me on the mat, that is A-OK too. And just like a little push through the ankles. And then we're going to come down here onto all fours. So my hands are down, my knees are apart, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. And we're going to do that same move, that cat and cow. Just opening up the vertebrae. Again, you shouldn't feel any discomfort on the hands here. So if you struggle with wrist extension or wrist pain, you can put a little pad under your palm of your hand, like a little rolled up towel. But it shouldn't feel too uncomfortable. Good. Music's just a little background. Good. All right. Then we're going to come into one of my favorite postures, which is puppy dog pose. I'm going to keep my hips high and walk my hands out and bring my forehead down. You're going to feel a deep stretch right here in the front of the shoulder, and you're going to feel a nice stretch in the back. You can put your head on a block here or a book. And then if you want to take it a little further, bring your hands behind you and press down into those elbows. This can also be done if you're standing at a desk and you put a little pad on your desk or a little towel, and you can do it on a countertop, but it's such a good stretch. Feels great on your posture. It just opens everything up. And come on up. Good. All right, the next one's a little thread the needle. So we're going to, again, be on all fours. We're going to take one arm up and then the other. So I like to just do a little side to side here before we start threading, just to open up through that shoulder. And then we'll take the other one up and we'll hold it there. Pause. And then thread under. And then you can come up again. You can keep this moving, or you can come with me and hold the side of the head down and extend that arm, or just leave it by your side. This is a great one for your middle back. Also great on the shoulder. Again, you can do these a little bit longer. I'm just showing you a few of my favorites. Bring it up again, and then thread under and hold. And it's okay if your head doesn't come down at first. You can take a few reps and just keep threading. Good. Feels good. Great on the shoulder. Great for your middle thoracic spine. And come on up. Good. All right. The next one, we're going into child's pose. Fan favorite. You can have your knees further apart or closer together. And we're going to come up to a little extension. So this is a little bit more advanced. So if you don't like this, you just go back to cat and cow on all fours. Shoulders down is the most important thing here. So you want to make sure when you come to that extension here that you're not like that. So again, just take it to where you feel you get the most benefit. This is a great one to do in the morning or at night when your back is tight after a long day or just from sleeping all night. These are great. Again, you can just pick a few and do a little bit. You don't have to do all the variations. I'm just showing you a few different ones for when you have time. Good. All right, so I'm going to come to a kneeling position. I'm going to preview that VW again, that wide to narrow. I call it VW. And we're going to do it in a prone position. So if you don't like the prone position, you can do it kneeling. But if you want, come on down. And I'm going to go out nice and wide. My abs are tight. My toes are down. My hips are down. We're going to do this just with the upper body first, with or without the back extension. So we're going to pull and release. And I'm going to show you a few different things you can do here. So I can do this without the back extension and just reach through the crown of the head. Notice I'm not looking forward. And you can also add an alternating leg with it. Hips are down, definitely a little bit harder, so you don't have to do it. You could do both arms and both legs. Do what feels right for you. I always like to start alternating before I advance and bring it back. Good. Another one I love is just a simple swan dive. Your arms are at your side and you're just lifting and lowering. My forearms are down. And I'm reaching through the crown of the head. My back feels so tight, but this feels so good. A little extension should be a part of everybody's mobility programming because it's so important for your spine to move in all directions. And you can add a single arm lift to that. You can add both. You know, just experiment with these. There's no right and wrong. You have to just do what feels good for you. You can maybe just lift the arms and you're just drawing those shoulders back. Good. You can add those leg options as well. Good. And release. Okay. So here's another one you might want to try. You're going to have one arm in front, one arm behind, and just kind of make a little snow angel here. And again, you can do this with the chest down a little bit, less of a back extension. And you can also add both and come up and down with it. It's another really good one to try. I have one more for you, which is probably my favorite. When you go out into a T, thumbs are up, and just lift and lower. This one I like to do without the back extension and maybe add a swim leg or an alternating leg. Feels so good. Just retract those shoulders. And one more. You can add that extension if you want. Bring it down. Sit back into child's pose after you do any of those prone exercises. So important to give that back a little release. So those are just a few of my favorites. I'm going to come up the same way I got down into downward facing dog. And I'm going to walk my hands in and then roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to come up is your head. And I hope you enjoyed that little posture break. You can add any of those into your day. And I really think your back will thank you. Your posture is so important to everything else below. So you want to make sure you walk upright, focus on those shoulders back and down. Even if you have just time for this, your body will thank you. Have a great day.